watching movies and jamming out. K-Flix 198.4 Fiction Radio.
Welcome back to K-Flix Fiction Radio. This week we have a throwback hip-hop sound tucked away in a cute and fun romantic comedy known as Always Be My Maybe.
From 2019, which, Sean, the thing that I most got out of this was, holy shit, this is like the last of the pre-COVID world, like what it looked like all the restaurants and all that like hipster bullshit they were talking about. It's like, oh yeah, that all failed.
I honestly didn't think about that, but that's a fascinating look at this movie.
It's the most recent movie I've seen that felt really dated in a specific way.
Yeah, that's a super fun observation that I completely bypassed.
It is a fun movie, and it's one that I think the creators spent a long time trying to get made.
Yeah, well, they've also known each other for a really long time as well, which is super cool.
Yeah, a lot of real life in this movie. Definitely a love letter to the Bay Area.
Oh, certainly. In all regards, even musically and who is involved with this project, they really kept it local.
They did, yeah. Spoiler alert, they brought in some heavy hitters from the San Francisco hip-hop scene.
They certainly did. So this was your first time watching the movie, correct, Dustin?
It was, yeah.
And you were familiar with Randall Park, I assume.
I am familiar with Randall Park, and I'm familiar with Ali Wong as well from her like stand-up.
Oh, yeah. She's very funny.
Uh-huh. Oh, and Beef. I've seen not all of Beef, but I checked out a little bit of Beef.
Oh, yeah, right. Uh-huh.
But obviously, yeah, familiar with Randall Park. He shows up everywhere these days. He's freaking hilarious.
Always funny.
The cast in this is great. Outside of the two of them, James Saito as the dad, as Randall Park's Marcus's dad. So good.
Hilarious in this movie.
We get a little Daniel Day Kim from Lost. I mean, he's from lots of stuff, but I'll always remember him as being from Lost.
Oh, yeah, Jin.
Jin of Sun and Jin, yeah. And we get this guy, Keanu Reeves. I hope he goes places.
Yeah, he was really good at being a douchebag in this.
It was really funny him doing, like an impression of, because he's as himself, but as like just a horrible asshole version of himself, which is antithetical to everything you've ever heard about Keanu Reeves.
That's why it works. It works so well when people do that, like playing completely against the type that you know them to be.
Yes. Well, it's the middle ground where it gets dangerous. It's also hilarious when like known asshole plays an asshole.
Also true.
It was a fun movie.
Good. I'm glad that you liked it. I watched it when it first came out in 2019, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So it's been in the front of my brain since we started this process. So I'm glad that we're finally getting to it.
Nice. Okay. I was completely unfamiliar with it. This was one of your picks that I was happy to go with, and it's got a manageable amount of music in it.
Yeah, 3 quick songs. I mean, they're full-length songs, but 3 songs.
Coming off of 2 full-on musicals in a row, this is a nice breather for us.
We had our Val Kilmer tribute episode.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. That kind of tells you where we are in the process, because I'm like the last thing released and then the thing we're recording, and right. We did just talk about Top Secret.
Yes. But today we're here to talk about the fictional band from Always Be My Maybe, Hello Peril. Mm-hmm. Dustin, did you look into the name Hello Peril and what it is a reference to?
Yeah, it's a reference to some racist shit, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yellow Peril.
Which is a super unfortunate thing that dates back to the 19th century, where the Western world got super scared that there was imminent danger coming from the East and Southeast Asian folks.
Yeah, that sounds like the MO.
Yeah.
Being scared of foreigners is not new and has not gone away, unfortunately, either.
No, it really hasn't.
But it's a clever pun for the band name.
Oh, yes.
Just to bring us back from the brink here on K-Flix Fiction Radio, where we talk about all things fiction and none of the awful, awful, awful real world.
I really enjoyed the music from this movie. Spoiler alert. for later on in the show. It's very well done.
We generally find something to like. It's rare. We do one of these eps and go, yeah, that was garbage. That was trash through and through.
I don't think we've ever been so harsh on anything at the end of an episode. Even if we both say no, we wouldn't listen to it.
No.
But these songs were made by some very talented people.
They were. Yeah, like who?
All three of the songs were co-written by Dan the Automator, who is a Bay Area artist.
A fairly storied one. He's worked with just so many people on so many things.
Yes, he composed the score for the movie Booksmart a couple of years ago. He did 2 pieces of music for the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World soundtrack.
Nice. Well, so we'll be talking about him again soon, perhaps.
Yeah. He produced the first Gorillaz album in 2001.
Yeah, but it makes sense with who's on that Gorillaz album, because Del the Funky Homo Sapien is another Bay Area artist associated with Dan the Automator.
It's funny that you bring up Del the Funky Homo Sapien because they were in a group together along with Kid Koala, and that group was called Deltron 3030. Did you come across that?
Oh, I remember them.
Dude, they sound so much like Hello Peril that I just have to play at least one of their songs.
Yeah.
So here's Things You Can Do.
Yo, Deltron, thunder force, ain't no other source of sunlight. 2-ton mic, leave you tongue-tied, running amok with technology with no apology. Shouting out to my colony with third eye physiology. Millennium past apocalypse is all I spit. Make you swallow it, your weak style. I'll abolish it with nuclear rockets. They glue to your optics with sci-fi. Unsettling, man in metal blends. Underground, chilling with the mold.
I realize, listener, you may not have heard any Hello Peril yet, but it sounds pretty similar to this.
Definitely. It sounds true to that Bay Area sound. I think on the soundtrack of this movie is 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief, which is, I think, again, right in that pocket.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's a form of hip-hop that I adore.
It's so good.
And I think it also, like, you know, you and I like to talk about The Lonely Island, and we're following along with their podcast right now. I think this is all of their kind of influence soup as well.
Yes, can definitely hear that in the mix. 100%, bud. There's another thing that I found to be pretty fantastic that Dan the Automator was a part of.
Oh, yeah?
Also ties into the Scott Pilgrim aspect a little bit. In 2014, he released an album with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who played Ramona Flowers in Scott Pilgrim. Mm-hmm. So it's the two of them together. They form a group called Got a Girl, and the album from 2014 is called I Love You, But I Must Drive Off This Cliff Now.
This I've never heard of.
I also had no idea this existed. So here is their song, Did We Live Too Fast? And it's got a real, like, James Bond vibe to this.
Yeah. I mean, even that title. I wonder if this was more than just, like, it's obviously inspired by Bond music. I wonder if they were trying to, you know, do one for a movie or something.
Yeah, it's super James Bond.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a cool theme to play on anyway.
For sure.
I like those, like, Law and Order chunks in the drums.
Yeah, the real deep pounds. Yeah, really cool stuff. But yeah, they released a full album, so, you know, check that out in your free time if you want.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to. You all should too.
We also have a co-writer on one of the songs, the first song that we hear in the movie, Hello. That features the co-writer of Lyrics Born, another Bay Area artist.
Yeah, Lyrics Born, who I'm not super familiar with, but I definitely remember when he kind of exploded. Track I always think of with Lyrics Born is Calling Out.
We gon' make this shit happen right here, right now.
I love how funky this song is.
Yeah. So you'd never heard this before. I sent this to you earlier.
You did send this to me earlier, and I was like, holy shit, that slaps.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You can kind of feel his, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's his influence or the fact that he's part of this Bay Area thing, and they're all kind of, again, in the same soup. But I can draw lines from Lyrics Born's work to the band in the movie.
Oh, sure. It's not only a Bay Area soup. We'll sort of get into this a little bit later, but it's more so like a soup of the mid-90s, late 90s hip-hop sound and scene.
Definitely. Yeah, it's like the alt side of hip hop. All of these artists, I feel like, are on the alt side because 90s mainstream was dominated by like gangster rap, right?
Exactly. Yes, it was the alt to the gangster rap for sure.
Love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. I can listen to like old school, not old school hip hop, but like this kind of hip hop. I guess this is old school at this point. When I say old school, I think of like Grandmaster Flash, and it's like, yeah, I appreciate that, but like that was just like figuring it out era.
So we mentioned that Dan the Automator co-wrote all three of the songs, and we mentioned that Lyrics Born co-wrote the first song that we hear, Hello, but another person co-wrote all three of these songs, and that person being Randall Park, the co-writer of the movie and the co-lead of the film who plays Marcus, which is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's 3 songs by Hello Peril in the movie. There is a 4th song, Dustin.
Oh, really?
Where Dan the Automator, Randall Park, and Lyrics Born all collaborated for a song. It was on Lyrics Born's album, Mobile Homies Season 1, and the song is called This Song's Delicious.
The combo of me and LB in a Lambo. Pull up to your campsite, handing out samples of rap so fire that a squad of commandos couldn't handle this brand of Tabasco, you asshole. This game is mine.
5-star creations.
Whether rain or shine,
Make a reservation.
or go wait in line.
Serving hot dishes.
This song's delicious. This song's delicious.
This music video is just them sitting at a restaurant eating food.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like it was a blast. I love I love that. I think, okay, first of all, I love Lyrics Born's like accent on everything.
Yes.
Like the way he like draws stuff out. This song's delicious. Yeah, it's so good. Also, Randall Park is so well suited for this, or this music is so well suited for him. I don't know, however you want to say it, but like everything he is in, he has this like delivery of like, I don't really care. Like he always seems like 15% checked out, which makes everything he says so much funnier.
That's such a funny way to put it, and you really fucking nailed it. That's absolutely hilarious. And it's really going to shine through in this next clip that I play. It's like perfectly set up and you had no fucking idea. So I've mentioned it several times on the show. I'm a big fan of David Wayne and Ken Marino's middle-aged dad jam band. I go see them all the time. And I have had the pleasure of seeing Randall Park perform with them twice.
Oh, wow, really?
Both times he starts off with like a traditional jazz standard song and then stops and performs a rap song that he wrote.
Nice. Okay. So this is like a passion of his.
Yes, and I'll get into that a little bit more after this clip. So, the clip I'm going to play for you now is the most recent time that I saw them during a benefit for the LA wildfires a couple of months ago, and it features a small lyric sample from the Hello Peril song I Punched Keanu Reeves.
Arrogant Asian American, bringing the art of war to carnivores and vegetarians. Derelict veterinarian, cats I'm burying. Every patient I see is getting a cesarean. Talk shit, you're getting a cesarean. I am not a humanitarian. I'm kind of like a variant of alien, peeing on you peons for eons. Only sparing the infants and octogenarians.
Did you catch the lyric that was featured in I Punched Keanu Reeves there?
Ooh. No, I missed it.
I'll pee on you peons for eons.
I'll pee on you peons for eons. Nice. I think I missed that in the Keanu song.
Well, I'll play it for you later.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. That was like more, I mean, without a beat, it's just like beat poetry.
Well, so he stops the beat because he wants the audience to hear the words clearly. Mm-hmm. He does start with a beat and then he stops it.
Gotcha.
But yes, it is technically more of a poetry reading at that point, but
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't have the full context of it.
I didn't want to take up a whole bunch of airtime by playing like 3 minutes of this clip of him setting it up. So I tried my best. I'm sorry. I did do a good enough job.
No, I get it now.
But one of the things that I had no idea about Dustin. So when Randall Park was younger, around 2003, 4, he released an album with his rap group, and they were called Ill Again, and here's their song, Next.
Yes, I got flow similar to snot out the nostrils. Artificiados call me Pablo Picasso. Shock those body outlines when I shout rhymes. Down minds and get deep fried like falafel. People call me out because I'm out for your death. I'm out to fly like Mariah trying to pilot the jet.
The first rapper was Randall.
I take a shot and then I promenade poetic attempt.
So apparently, because of this band, that's why Hello Peril exists in this movie, because when they were trying to think of what the characters were going to do with their lives, Ali Wong used to go to these Illigan shows, and she was like, well, why don't you just have a band like you did then?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Nice. So even more like autobiographical stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. I was reading some interviews where Dan the Automator and Lyrics Born were talking about how they were comfortable with Randall writing all of his lyrics and stuff because he used to have this rap group when he was growing up.
Right. Like it's credibility. He's not just an actor.
Exactly. Yeah.
He really did this.
Dustin, you and I have talked a lot about what Hello Peril sounds like. I think it's time we play one of these 3 songs from Hello Peril.
Fire it up.
Here's Hello.
And crooked cops get the barrel. Impeccable aim, we put an arrow through a sparrow. It's Hello Peril, the quartet. Tighter than corsets, plus cute and affordable apparel. Hello, this is how we greet you. This is what we say every day when we meet you. We are Hello Peril.
I love the way Lyrics Born says the hello.
We say to everybody here tonight.
Again, it's like you were saying, the way that he sounds with whatever accent he has is it really enhances what he's saying.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. I just appreciate also like how real this band situation is. Like I've known people in bands like this where like ambition is the number one thing sort of stopping them.
Oh, totally, dude.
Where it's like, we just got to try to play at that bigger venue, but it's on the other side of town. Being like, I don't want to go over there. And like the scene where where Marcus is like, is this meeting done? I just want to smoke some weed, but I'm trying to like respect the sanctity of the band meeting or something like that.
Oh, yes. I had a couple of thoughts while both watching this movie for this performance and then also the song itself. When I was watching it this time, I thought that it was like interesting that Marcus was playing the keyboards and then left the keyboards to come around to the front of the stage to continue rapping.
Oh, yeah.
But the keyboard sound continued.
My assumption was that he started a loop and then it just keeps, because it's all kind of this, it's kind of a loopy deal, right?
So Dan the Automator has a quote about this very thing. He says, if anyone is asking how Randall can be playing the keyboard, then goes in front of the stage and rhymes, it's called the looping pedal. We wanted to make sure everything with this band was possible.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, good attention to detail there. That's better than so many of the movies we've looked at.
Exactly.
And yeah, I like loop stuff. I mean, there are artists who that's their whole thing.
Oh, yes, for sure.
They'll go up just solo, but like with a band's worth of equipment around them. And, you know, by the end of it, you're like, oh my God, it's creating so much sound. The one thing that always gets me with the loop artists is like, you have to build the song the same way. In front of the audience every time. You can't just like do arbitrary things. It's like, okay, well, I think I'll start with the drums. I think I'll start with the beat. But yeah, I'm still like super impressive stuff and you know, a good way to do live music with less people.
Absolutely. Also, since this is the first song that we hear as an audience, this is like the lead single for Hello Peril in my mind.
Okay.
And it's also them sort of waving hello to you. So it's an introduction track.
Yeah.
So I was thinking just off the top of my head, what rap introduction songs do I know and love? So I just want to throw 3 of those at you real quick. And then maybe if you think of any along the way, you can toss some out as well.
Okay. I like this.
The first one that came to my mind, DMX, Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
Shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no. That's how rough.
I love that song.
That's a classic.
And then a contemporary song of the era. No way I wasn't going to think of this, given our age range, Dustin.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
My name is Eminem.
That's right. I had forgotten that is like literally how he came onto the scene.
Yep.
Because like I remember like people were confused. They were like, is he Eminem or is he Slim Shady? Which is it? What's the guy's name? It's like, his name's Marshall, I think. He says that sometimes too.
Yeah. And then one is a little bit later, both in the year and also within somebody's career to be doing an introduction song, because I already knew who the hell this person was for so many fucking years. This is MC Lars with True Player for Real featuring Weird Al Yankovic.
I'm MC Lars, true player for real. DPFR, true player for real. Still my self-referential introduction song. You know.
He even references that it's an introduction song. I fucking love it. MC Lars is terrific. If you've never listened to MC Lars, please God do that. He's a wonderful, nerdy geek rapper.
Total nerdcore, and very like him to do like a meta thing like that.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. I wish I could come up with something on the fly, but I totally appreciate where you went with.
Oh, that's okay, man. That's okay.
I like a good intro song, by the way, because it avoids the confusion of like the Backstreet Boys. Their first song was Backstreet's Back.
Oh, yeah.
And it confused the crap out of me, and I think other people. Like, back? Wait, back from where? Who were you?
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
Chalk that up to like writing songs in Sweden going, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Who cares what it means? Next up, we've got the song that Marcus writes kind of mid-movie, and it's called Tennis Ball.
I'm famished. The other day I ate a rat sandwich. I don't give a damn. I'll eat the thing from Pan's Labyrinth. My life is so savage, I can't manage. But then again, I get reminded of the old adage. Every dog will have his day, and I'ma have mine. Buy a box of rosé, and I'ma have wine. We ordered too many tennis balls, but it'll be fine because we got a new song to remind you that we bounce back like a tennis ball. Bounce back like a basketball. Bounce back like a soccer ball, or really any kind of ball except a football.
It's a great joke.
I love that line. Every time I get a little chuckle.
I laughed out loud at that one in the movie. This one, I actually do have a specific song to compare this to from real life.
Oh, great.
It's not a Bay Area group, but it is a Southern California group. The Far Side, who I'm sure you've heard of. Maybe you all have heard of. They're fucking great. But this track, Far Side, is the name of it. So kind of an intro for them, I guess.
With an addict, and Xerox and Z's are pathetic. They trying to duplicate, but they coming out synthetic. Their name is Booty Brown and phony MCs, forget it. Imani Booty Brown, that liquor some kid train.
Yeah, I can hear that in there for sure.
Yeah, there's just like a choral, like call and response element in the choruses or refrains or whatever you call them. I don't know if you call them anything in hip hop. This track, Tennis Ball by Hello Peril, is definitely the one that the most made me think of like that mid-90s California hip hop sound.
Okay. You are not wrong in the fact that it sounds like California
it's like my
hip-hop.
opinion, man.
Oh, no. It's just, to me, this song is like really roots sounding, which is an East Coast sound.
Yeah, okay, sure. So yeah, back to like what you were saying, it's more of a generational thing then.
Again, it's the alternative sound to the gangster rap is all sort of interwoven together. Mm-hmm. I have just two quick samples from 1999 off of the same Roots album, Things Fall Apart. First is Dynamite.
Yo, check it out, intro, do synth, the soul missing link. What could MCs who listen think? It's Black Thought, open your eyes and don't.
It's kind of an intro song too.
Yeah, that's true. It's more so a Roots sound influence on Hello Peril than these two songs sound a lot like Tennis Ball. It's just Tennis Ball gives me the most Roots feel of the three.
I think with the Roots, definitely one of the common things, and again with all this alt hip hop stuff, is like real instruments.
Yes,
there's like a real band playing it, and it has that. I don't want to call it a lo-fi sound, but it's a not machine made sound like a lot of hip hop beats.
That's true. I also had not fully realized that. until right now. So good job, Dustin. Here's the next movement by The Roots. This one's got the extra record scratches in the beat. Like some of the Hello Peril stuff gets a little experimental with like the extra sounds and things that they put in there sometimes.
Got a little, sample board of some kind where they can fire off stuff like that.
Right, right.
Yeah, man. Gosh, the Roots are just like one of the greatest bands of all time. Like I know they're known as being one of the greatest bands of all time. They can play anything. They can back up anyone famously.
Insanely talented group of musicians. That leaves us with the credit song of the movie, I Punched Keanu Reeves by Hello Peril.
Best pugilist blessed with the iron fist, strong enough to survive the apocalypse. And any summit I could be on, any point break I could surf with my gi on. Take any fighter, any class, I'ma put you on your ass, then I'll pee on you peons for eons and eons and eons and eons, etc. Not a tall fellow, but nobody can measure up. And if you wanna feel similar to this, all I had to do was cold cock an icon of cinema. Best believe I punched Keanu Reeves and it was better than any scene you could see in Speed.
Did you catch the I'll pee on you peons for eons?
Yeah, got it that time.
Okay, there you go. You got it that time.
I love that like funky like muted clav sound they have going on, the like at the keys.
Yeah.
Like a toned down Stevie Wonder.
Toned down Stevie Wonder. I can totally hear that.
Like they're playing what Stevie would play, but just like holding it way, way back, just letting it live under the vocals, you know.
Yeah, interesting. This is another song that inspired my brain to think about other things. And at first, I went down a less fun, more traditional path in my brain of like, hip hop fight songs. You know, I'll play some Mama Said Knock You Out. I'll play some other stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. But then my brain went, no, Sean, take the other path. How many songs have given Keanu Reeves a shout out in their lyrics?
Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
and Dustin,
is it a lot?
It's a staggering amount. I'm just going to fire off 4 and then list off another like 4 or 5 and then you can do your own research in your free time, listeners. First one, I had no idea that Logic had a song simply titled Keanu Reeves.
I'm the one, bitch, I am the one. Like Keanu Reeves, get it done. Yeah, I get it done. No blood on the leaves. They can't leave us hanging. No, not no more, best believe. Yeah, that shit is banging. Bobby killed it with no time to grieve. I'm the one, bitch, I
That's got a really fucking sick beat to it.
Sure does, yeah. Like that little, I don't even know what it was. The doodly-doo part.
Oh, yeah, the doodly-doo part is really fucking catchy. It's almost like, that's sort of like an Outcast
I was just gonna
influence
say,
with the doodly-doo there, right?
Yeah, like spaceship sounds. Like Outkast
Yeah,
does like
spaceship
melodic
sounds.
spaceship sounds.
Fuck yeah. God, they fucking do. They kill it so hard, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, great stuff. I had never heard this song before.
Yeah, me either.
Big fan of it now. So next, I want to play a little of Escape from L.A. by The Weeknd.
Oh, okay.
I'm in this spider Porsche cruising down the street. Black on black, Venom covered teeth. Keanu Reeves way a nigga speed. Diamond cross hanging off of me.
Well, now we're going to dabble into the non-English speaking market with Gemetez. And this song is also called Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Non posso scendere sotto i 100. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
Really dancey.
A little reggaeton beat.
It's a really good groove there.
It is so crazy, man, how like just the beat of all music shifts as you go south
Yeah.
in this, hemisphere at least.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. I always thought like, gosh, every song from like South and Latin America has that reggaeton like do ch do ch do ch do ch.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought it was so weird for the longest time until it hit me like, well, all of our songs have the same beat too. We're just used to it, so we
Yeah,
can
they
see
do.
the nuance.
Yeah.
It's that thing where like if you're not into ska, all ska bands sound the same. If you're not into whatever you get into, the more you get into it, the more you can differentiate what's going on between the songs and the artists.
It's like that comedian Rob Perovian who did that Pachelbel's Canon in D like song
Oh, yeah,
stand-up
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that went viral like, in the early days of YouTube, how like all of the songs have that same same sort of
Same chord
groove.
structure.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, back to the Keanu Reeves shout out. Here's Pitbull with Blood is Thicker Than Water.
I used to watch coke turn to crack, that's what made me turn to rap. I feel like Keanu Reeves in the movie Devil's Advocate. Confused.
Oh, Devil's Advocate this time.
That one really made me laugh. Devil's Advocate. But, dude, also Eminem, LL Cool J, Run the Jewels, Redman. So many people just have songs titled Keanu Reeves, dude. It's crazy.
Wow.
It was so much more than I was expecting.
He's a cultural touchstone, truly.
Oh my God, yeah. A cinematic icon worldwide, and I get why. I love Keanu Reeves. I'm a big fan of his movies. He's a good actor. He seems like a genuine good human being. Big fan.
Yeah. I've never gotten into Dogstar. Have you listened to them at all, his band?
I've listened to a little bit of it, but I haven't given it a fair shake.
Sure. Yeah. Same, I would say. It struck me initially as a little grungy for my taste, but I don't know. Maybe I should check it out. I love everything else he does so much.
Yeah, I'm sure he plays the bass super well. So all the music is done, which means the normal question is coming your way, Dustin. If Hello Peril was producing real music in our reality, would you listen to them?
Yeah, I want more. Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
I love the sound that they have.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think they would do well as... I mean, they could ride the line. They could just be a quirky hip hop group. They don't even have to go full on comedy.
No.
We already have our comedy hip hop group from the Bay Area, although they would never call themselves rappers.
Right.
In the Lonely Island. So I would love to see a real life Hello Peril doing exactly what they're doing and touring with it. I want to see Randall Park rap live like you.
Well, just come on out to Los Angeles, buddy. There's a middle-aged dad jam band show this month, May 2025 in Los Angeles. So come on out, buddy. I'll be there.
Okay. I'll do my darndest.
Next week, we have a pretty exciting episode, huh, Dustin? This was one of your picks.
Yeah, we're coming at you with another, it's kind of one of those I would have expected us to do even earlier, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big movie in terms of fictional artists. It's Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
And the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Featuring George Clooney and others in the Coen brothers' take on Homer's Odyssey.
So stay tuned for next week, because it's going to be a fun ride with a really wacky movie and some fun tunes. If you liked this week's episode, please give us a rating and review on whatever platform you're currently listening to this on. If it happens to be YouTube, please give us a like and subscribe.
And hit us up online and find our podcast anywhere at fictionradiopod.com and contact us at fictionradiopod@gmail.com.
See you next week for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Watching movies, jamming out. K-Flix 198.4 Fiction Radio.